Happy Friday night, everybody. Let me know when you can hear me. Testing, testing, one, two, three. Brian hears the dogs. At least someone can hear. Okay, hello, happy week 9 Friday. And I don't know how we got all the way to week 9, but here we are. Which means that in 2 days, we debut routers. Everybody, router thoroughbreds. Woo, woo. So I'm pretty pumped up about that. I had no idea the year had gone so far. Thank you for being patient with me today, deciding whether or not we were going to have a broadcast. It is my kids are now on spring break, and last night I called my parents and I was like, what am I gonna do? Parenting is hard. My kids are driving me up the wall. I'm not gonna make it. And my mom was like, why don't you just get in the car and come to here? And I was like, I could do that. I have literally no reason not to do that because I don't even have to work this weekend, so I should do that. And so I was like, this is going to be perfect. The kids are going to go to school, and then I'll pull them, I'll go pick them up at 1, and then it'll be spring break, and then woohoo, we'll go to Arizona. And then I was like, oh my gosh, it's week 9 Friday. I can't do that. I won't make it. So my kids literally did not go to school today because of this broadcast. So don't say I didn't never do anything for y'all. We have a pretty exciting big announcement coming soon. Not today, but maybe in a couple days. So stay tuned. Keep your eyes peeled, which is an expression I loathe, for that announcement, which is going to now make you crazy all weekend. Only 2 races tonight, so I'm talking a little bit slowly. I brought my dog with me, obviously, for the cross state line journey today, and he's pretty much the best dog, but my parents' 2 beagles hate him with a fiery passion. And my parents are building their own house on this plot of land here in the middle of the desert, which is lovely. So right now they live in a shack, and I don't remember the exact square footage, but I want to say it's like 522 square feet of a shack. It's a nice shack, but it's got like a kitchen and a TV and a bed. So right now we're trying to have 5 people and 3 dogs in the shack, and we have to keep the beagles so that they can't see the border collie, because otherwise there will be aggressive barking and we won't be able to have the broadcast. And my parents are now gone because the shack is so small that they literally keep the kids' sleeping bags off-site in a storage container. And obviously we didn't know that we were going to be here until 24 hours ago. And point being, if the TV show turns off, I'm not really sure what's going to happen, because the kids are going to come here and they're going to want my attention. All right. Anyway, first race of the night is the Long Island Acorn. The first of our 2.5-mile races. This race is worth $750,000 for 3-year-old fillies. And this is generally one of the best 3-year-old filly races of the year, if not the best every year, because we find that the classiest bred 3-year-old fillies, year in and year out, this is their race. This race draws a 100 speed figure on the regular. It's just such a nice race all the time. So, as per usual, it's another very lovely field. Number 1 is You Kill, a New York bred for Brian Price. This is a homebred daughter of Alonsi out of a URIM mare. She is coming off of 2 straight allowance wins. This filly actually hasn't really been tested yet. The only thing that worries me a little bit is the pedigree here, because otherwise she's 4 for 5 lifetime. She's grade 1 place. She's never been challenged. Why not this filly? Number 2 is Bedtime for Nina Olson. This is a James Dean filly out of a Kill the Lights mare. She won the Louisville Oaks. I probably should have started with that, sorry. This filly won the Louisville Oaks last out for Nina, the homebred, and before that she had won 3 in a row. 4 for 6 lifetime, highest lifetime speed figure is a 96. No reason why she shouldn't repeat here today, because this distance should be her jam. Number 3 is Don't Change a Thing for Tim Matthews. This is a daughter of Elusive Words out of Keep Your Promise mare. Tim, you're doing absolutely the right thing. This horse wants to be in this race. Here's the thing that confuses me. This horse is coming out of the Claiming Cup Turf Sprint Geldings and won it? Okay, I need to investigate because how is that even possible? Yes, the Claiming Cup Turf Sprint Geldings was a mile and a half on the dirt, non-winner 2, restricted to Florida breds. Tim, you sneaky devil, you. Anyway, horse won it impressively with an 85. She has never been, or she's been worse than third only once, and that was the Stewards Cup last year, which was way too short for her. I expect we'll be calling her name in all of the big races for the next couple of years. Number 4 is One More Kiss for Brian Lovett. I have to commend Brian for what he did because this daughter of James Dean is out of an Our Lions rail mare, and he originally was like aiming for the Derby. And I was like, the Colts are so bad that like she's not good enough. Like they just keep beating each other up. And I was like, aiming for the Derby this year, unless you have a super filly, is not going to go down great. He ran in one boys prep. She didn't win, and he rerouted her. He didn't stick to the plan. He went to the Oaks, and now she's here. She was third in that Oaks. Definitely in with a shot today. And she ran respectably against the boys. She lost to Giant and Guardian Bravo. I know Giant's in the race later. I don't know if Guardian Bravo is. And ran third that day, beaten not that much. So number 5 is Zutphen for John Exet. This is a homebred daughter of Excelsior out of Something Better mare. 1 for 6 lifetime. This filly is coming off of a second place finish in a non-winner 2 over a mile and an eighth. Number 6, Colors of the Wind for Michael Looker. This filly was 8th in the Louisville Oaks, but before that she was unbeaten in 3 starts. Will love the distance. She is by Be Prepared out of Double Smitten. Number 7, Made to Be Mine. A Man of Mystery filly that cost $5.3 million. Lori Hamill owns. This filly was second by a neck in the Baltimore Oaks. Before that, she'd won the Grade 3 Inglorious. Number 8 is Warwick Street for Brianna McKenzie. This was my Louisville Oaks selection, who ran second by a neck. Thanks a lot, Nina. This filly should actually like this distance even more. This is a daughter of James Dean out of the awesome mare Canadian Roses. Second by a neck, as I said, in the Oaks. Before that was second to Bedtime again in the Warm Stakes. Really kind of having trouble beating Bedtime and has run against her 3 starts in a row because torture's a good idea. This filly was third in the Stewards Cup Juvenile Fillies, so she actually has not won since week 13 of last year. Rounding out the field is number 9, Kindness for Emily Mitchell. A $750,000 purchase. This daughter of Hero is out of a mint mare coming off of a third place effort in the Sport of Queen Stakes. 3 minutes to post for the Long Island Acorn. Please get your bets in, as well as for the Pick 6, Pick 4, Daily Double, all those things that you normally like to bet on. This is a really nice race. It's probably not as stacked as it has been in recent years. But when you have the Oaks winner running against a horse like One More Kiss and Warwick Street and Made to Be Mine and Colors of the Wind, horses that they're all going to be Grade 1 winners. You don't have to worry about that. That's just going to happen. I was actually going to take this time to look up what would have been Monday's race call, but now probably won't be because I'm going to be driving on my way back from here on Monday night. I'd have to do the same thing. I'd have to drive like a lunatic to make it in time. If I can make it, I'll do the call. That's for the Queen's Derby. As per usual, that race kind of dilutes this one, but probably in a good way this year. We have the Baltimore Crown winner, Story Unchanged, actually went there, as well as Thanos, who I really thought was going to run here in the Long Island Classic. I really thought Thanos fit well here. Merlin, who's already earned $1.4 million, and Lazy Dog, who's going to be making his 8th start, more than a lot of the horses. They're all horses that want to run 1.25 miles. So I actually think the Queen's Derby is a good spot for them. Yeah, I guess that's even good for Thanos. Thanos shouldn't have run here. Good move, Danny Derby. That's just what I wanted to have happen. So looking forward to that race on Monday. 1 minute to post. It is post time for the Long Island Acorn, a field of 9 going a mile and a half on the main track for $750,000. Why do I have the race open 3 times? Who did that? Who's in charge around here? Pick 6, Pick 4 daily double betting is closed, and the betting pool closed at $18,300. A field of 9 set to go. They're off, and the Long Island Acorn, made to be mine, stumbled at the start. One More Kiss had to take up. Bedtime, the Oaks winner, goes right to the lead, and she's joined by Zootfen. Then comes Colors of the Wind, Warwick Street and Kindness, One More Kiss, and Made to Be Mine. Don't Change a Thing is second last, and You Kill rounds out the field as they come down the stretch the first time. It is Bedtime dueling with Zootfen. Then comes Colors of the Wind 3 wide, Warwick Street up on the outside, and then Kindness is settling 2 back. One More Kiss is in 6th, Made to Be Mine 7th. 5 lengths now back to Don't Change a Thing, and You Kill would have to come from last. Under the wire, they have 1 mile left to go, and it is Warwick Street, Bedtime, Colors of the Wind, and Zootfen. These 4 are dueling out here, 2 lengths clear of the rest. Warwick Street puts her head in front now, Colors of the Wind right there between them. Bedtime lets herself drop back to be 3rd. Zootfen is out of it early. Kindness, then One More Kiss, Made to Be Mine, Don't Change a Thing drops back 10 behind that one, and You Kill is still the trailer. No change in order yet. It is Warwick Street. Then comes Colors of the Wind and Bedtime. Zootfen, Kindness, One More Kiss, and Made to Be Mine. Don't Change a Thing would have 15 lengths to make up. You Kill trying to get a little bit closer, and Warwick Street leads them around that turn. Warwick Street a length in front of Colors of the Wind. One More Kiss is coming on. Bedtime needs to do better. Zootfen and Made to Be Mine, who's closing. Kindness and Don't Change a Thing. Down the stretch they come. Warwick Street is leading. One More Kiss. Colors of the Wind, Bedtime is done. It's One More Kiss now alongside Warwick Street. Here's Made to Be Mine from the clouds. Colors of the Wind still there. It's a good finish. It's Made to Be Mine. One More Kiss, and One More Kiss is pulling away. One More Kiss, and the Long Island Acorn gives him one. Made to Be Mine's going to settle for 2nd. Warwick Street back 3rd, then Colors of the Wind and Bedtime. The official winner is One More Kiss. She's a 3-year-old bay filly by James Dean out of Eskimo Kiss by Our Lions Reel. She was bred by the steward and is owned by Brian Levitt. Her companion cat is named Snuggles, and this is her 2nd win in 6 starts. Next up, we have the Long Island Classic, the final race of the Triple Crown this year. Hold on, I want to do a little researchy thing here. I was trying to look up when the last time the Baltimore Crown winner skipped, but that's actually probably typical, if that makes sense. I was also trying to do some research on when the last time the Derby winner didn't win the Crown but did win the Classic. I know Flames did it back in year 25. It's probably been done since then, although this doesn't count horses that won the Triple Crown. But maybe it hasn't been done since then. Flames might be the last one. Year 25. Okay, if anyone else sees anything while I'm talking, let me know. But I really think that's the last time it was done. Huh. Okay. Anyway. Yes, race. Long Island Classic. Here we go. Number 1 on the rail is Carthay Circle for Danny Derby. This is the 3-year-old son of Conqueror out of Let It Go by Father Ralph. This guy was 2nd in the Baltimore Crown. I really liked his performance that day. Was 6th in the Louisville Derby, but before that had won the Rivalry Stakes. 3 wins, 3 seconds, and 7 starts, closing in on $1 million in earnings. Carthay Circle will have every chance today. Number 2 is Land of Dance for Richard Diamond. Dana Derby let this one go, the son of Outlander, out of a Man of Mystery mare. Absolutely bred up and down for this race. 5 for 7 lifetime. This horse has been very well managed. Broke his maiden first out with a 98. He won 4 stakes in a row earlier, well, the end of last year, earlier this year, including the Grade 2 Battle Cry and the Grade 3 St. Louis Derby. He did to contest the Baltimore Crown, and he ran very poorly, 11th of 13 that day, but he's bred to go long. Number 3 is your Derby winner. This is the King. He's a Dark Bay Colt by Iron Spirit out of Sage by Anointed, a homebred for Rebecca Rose Hepburn, also 5 for 7, but he's earned $1.2 million. This guy was a little bit of an outsider going into the Derby, but he did win that Derby by a neck over Thanos and Story Unchanged. Neither of them are here. Wheeling back in the Baltimore Crown, which we all kind of figured would be the difficult race for him, he ran 7th, actually not doing that great, but what can you do? It was the biggest Baltimore Crown field in memory, and he split the field. He did okay. Number 4 is Courage for Keith Maidlow. Sir Tapham Hatt colt out of Little Wanderer, who loves these long races. I do believe she won the Acorn, I think. This guy was nearly undefeated. His only loss was by a nose in the Stewards Cup going into the Derby, but he ran horribly that day, ran 11th. Then he came back to be 6th in the Baltimore Crown. He cost $9.7 million. With a good showing here today, he could go over $1 million in earnings. Number 5 is A Million Dreams. I really want to get one of these partnerships a big win like this. Black Type LLC owns this horse, sorry. Not really feeling well. I'd really like to go lay down. Kind of want to call this broadcast and be done, but I'm gonna try and fight through. This is a son of Heart of the Storm out of a Vortex mare who loves 1.5 miles. So Heart of the Storm is dicey, but the mare hopefully will help. Yeah, I know. I see. You guys need to be patient. This guy won the Southern California Derby. Before that, he'd won the Pacific Coast Highway Stakes. He was 3rd in the Baltimore Crown, and I do think he's going to win a bunch more in the future for his people, no matter what happens today. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and pick a new Super Monsters episode on Netflix from a different room in this shack. Number 6 is Titan Redeemer for Allie Hedgestone. Would love this distance. A son of Hold Above out of a Be Prepared mare. This guy was 13th in the Baltimore Crown. Should never have been in the Baltimore Crown. Had no business being in the Baltimore Crown. He split the field in the Derby, was 10th. He had kind of a weird prep schedule. It'll be interesting to see what happens after this race, if he gets a little time and can come back and do better towards the end of this year and next year. 3 for 7 lifetime. Breaking from post 6, which is a perfect spot. Definitely in with an outside chance today. Number 7 is American for Tim Matthews. Distance might be the question because Prince Louder has a lot of questions to answer with that. $1 million purchase here out of a Messiah mare. He was 14th in the Louisville Derby, but before that, he'd won 2 straight mile and an 8th graded stakes races. Number 8 is Hello for Lino Duran. This is a lease from Elise Peverell. This is a son of Kiefer out of an Adele mare, out of a rambling mare named Adele, who was very good. This guy was 4th in the Louisville Derby, and he actually skipped the Baltimore Crown, which I kind of wish he'd run in the Baltimore Crown because the Kiefer and Adele thing is a little bit mile and an eighty, even though Anointed and Rambling is a little bit 1.25 to 1.5 miles. Just wouldn't have hurt him to try, although now he's a fresh horse coming into this, and that might be, fix his problem of not winning the Louisville Derby. He might turn the tables today. Clearly I'm having issues. Breaking from the outside is number 9, Giant for Cleopatra. This is the James Dean half-brother to Farseer and Conqueror. 4 for 7 lifetime. This guy was 7th in the Derby, 5th in the Baltimore Crown, but before that was nearly unbeaten, had run a 99 in his debut. He's fast. He's going to like the distance. He has the pedigree. Giant is the horse that I'm going with today. That is your field for the Long Island Classic. Give me a minute to catch my breath, and then we will talk about them some more. Do you guys ever just forget major things that happen? Maybe not just even in the sim, but in real life. Like when I was on my 8 billion hour drive today, I was thinking about the Triple Crown, and I was like, I wonder when the last time a horse won the Triple Crown in the sim. I guess that was Dragonfly. What year was that? I wouldn't have guessed year 46. I would have guessed something else, but I was like, what year was that? Huh. Yeah. I forgot I'll let you know existed, A, and B, won the Triple Crown. Some people don't think that's a legit Triple Crown because she was kind of given the Belmont by her, or sorry, the Long Island Classic by her competitors, but I guess we'll never know. You got to show up to win it, and she showed up. Danny Derby won this race 2 years in a row in year 42 and year 43. And we were all about this, him being like Danny Belmont instead, or Danny Classic or whatever. And he hasn't won it since then. Carthay Circle could be the one who changes that narrative. All-time winningest trainer, maybe Ara Davies? With 4. Oh, Susie Rydell with 5. Monet, Voldemort, Firefly, Newsroom, and Dragonfly. Hey, Firefly and Dragonfly. What's your next one going to be? Horsefly? Okay, I'm done. Don't tell her I said that. I was planning on doing contests and stuff, but guys, I'm not feeling so good. You know, when you eat something and then you're all like hot and shaky, and yeah, that's happening to me right now. Brian Levitt suggests I don't puke. And down the stretch, like, bleh. Speaking of age, people in the chat room are talking about getting old and stuff, and the kid's father is 50, and his sister just turned 55, and I'm 33, and I asked the kids how old they thought I was, and they were like 66, and I said I'm younger than Daddy, and they were like 77. I'm like, no, seriously, stop. I know they're little, but I am not 77. You don't even want to see me at 77. They got there eventually. I think they think that all ages have to be like 22, 33, 44, even though they're 5. Two minutes to post. The other problem with my parents running to go pick up the kids' sleeping bags and stuff is, what am I supposed to do with them after this broadcast is over? I'll be like, go to bed. Oh, wait, there's no beds. There's literally floor. God, aren't you guys glad that we don't have to sleep in sleeping bags anymore? Like, we're too old for that now. I've crashed on the occasional couch, but I don't love it. I'm old enough to get a hotel room. Who do you guys like? Do you guys like the King to become the first since Flames to do the 2 long races? Do you like Courage to finally step up? Titan Redeemer, who loves the distance? Giant, because that'd be cool, because his name is Giant. And here comes Giant! There's a whole conversation about upsets going on in the forum. I think Anne is doing an article about them, maybe? And Richard Diamond with Land of Dance. That would be quite an upset. But it really wouldn't be, because the horse is really good and bred to love this. But we would all think it was an upset, because we would all be like, who's Richard? torturing Tim by not mentioning his horse on purpose. Oh my gosh, can you guys hear my stomach roaring on the broadcast? I really hope not. It's really loud though. Hey, it's post time for the Long Island Classic, the 52nd running. Betting pool closes at $23,200, a field of 9, set to go a mile and a half for $1.5 million. They're in the gate. They're off in the Long Island Classic. American was a step slow from the gate, but Giant gets away well from the outside, and Giant is hustled up hard to go all the way to the lead. The King joins that one, and the battle is joined early between those two. Hello, also from the outside, guns over, then A Million Dreams. Along comes Courage, and Carthay Circle from the rail had to take back. Titan Redeemer and mid-pack, American, and Land of Dance is the early trailer. So it is Giant and the King. They're ahead of Hello and A Million Dreams, then comes Courage. Carthay Circle drops back 4 behind that one. Titan Redeemer, American, and Land of Dance is your trailer. 1 mile left to go in the Long Island Classic, and it is Giant and the King, and they've kicked clear 2.5 to A Million Dreams. Courage, Hello lost 2 spots. Carthay Circle gets a bit closer, then Titan Redeemer, 2 back to American, and Land of Dance is your trailer. So it is Giant and the King, and they're throwing it down out here early, 3 in front of A Million Dreams. Then comes Courage alongside that one, a length back to Hello. Carthay Circle is 10 lengths behind that one. He'd really have to gain some ground. Titan Redeemer, American, and then comes Land of Dance. So it is Giant and the King, and they're moving in tandem around the far turn. 3 clear of A Million Dreams. Then Courage and Hello. Titan Redeemer. Carthay Circle is dropped back again. American. Land of Dance. And they're coming to the top of the stretch. They've been locked the entire way. It is Giant and the King. A Million Dreams. Here's Titan Redeemer. Carthay Circle on his heels, and Courage. They're closing on them, but it's the King and Giant, and they're throwing it down. The King and Giant. The King and Giant with Titan Redeemer and Carthay Circle, A Million Dreams, and Courage. It's going to be close in this Long Island Classic. Giant and the King, they've been locked the whole way, and it's a photo. Titan Redeemer was 3rd, then Carthay Circle, A Million Dreams, and Courage. Results of the photo are in. And by a nose, the winner of the Long Island Classic is the King. Giant finished 2nd, a length and some back to Titan Redeemer 3rd. Then came Carthay Circle, A Million Dreams, Courage, American, Hello, and Land of Dance at the back of the pack. The official winner is the King. He's a 3-year-old dark bay colt by Iron Spirit out of Sage by Anointed. He is a homebred for Rebecca Rose Hepburn, and this is his 6th win in 8 starts. He becomes the first horse since Flames in year 25 to do the Derby Classic double. We think. No one has fact-checked that, but I'm pretty sure. Join us Monday for the Queen's Derby. Maybe. Probably not. I don't know. I might want to get out of here. I might leave at 4 a.m. We'll see how it goes. And then the next Monday, we'll have Prince of Peace. Monday after that, the Chicago Million, etc., so forth. Thanks for being here with us tonight. I really wish someone remembered to, like, film Rebecca Rose Hepburn during these, because I bet she's amazing. I bet it's, like, real loud. Have a lovely weekend, everyone, and happy racing.